Hello students, today will we discuss about character of नेपोलियन। देखिए एनिमल फार्म में नेपोलियन और स्नोबॉल दो मेन करेक्टर हैं, तो हम आज नेपोलियन के बारे में बात करेंगे। ओके, नेपोलियन इज इन वर्कशायर वॉर। ही इज डिक्टेटर इन द एनिमल फार्म। He has no moral character. He does everything his own way. He symbolizes the power made Stalin of the Russian Revolution. He is introduced in chapter 2 as a large, rather fierce-looking Berkshire war. Not much of a talker, out with a reputation for getting his own way. He is more intelligent than other animals. He is animal of practical nature. He does not believe in theories. His main skill is to unite animals to demolish the plan of others. देखिए इसमें जो है नेपोलियन वो मेन होता है, वो एक तरीके से स्नोबॉल की मदद से जो मैनर फार्म का मालिक होता है उसको वो वहाँ से निकाल देता है और खुद वहाँ का मालिक बन जाता है। कुछ रूल्स जो इंसान के बनाए हुए थे उन रूल्स को वो नकार देता है और अपने रूल्स बनाता है। उसके कुछ रूल्स थे कि कोई भी एनिमल दो टांगों पर नहीं चलेगा, कोई भी एनिमल शराब नहीं पिएगा, एक दूसरे को मारेगा नहीं। कुछ उसने इस तरीके से 7 रूल्स बनाए थे। ओके, फिर है हिज लीडरशिप। ही इज अ लीडर ऑफ एनिमल्स। वो एनिमल्स का लीडर बन गया था। स्नोबॉल को उसने वहाँ से मैनर फार्म से निकाल दिया था, इसलिए वो लीडर बन गया था एनिमल्स का। ही रिप्रेजेंट्स द ह्यूमन डिजायर फॉर पावर। ही डज नॉट प्ले एन एक्टिव पार्ट इन द बैटल ऑफ द काउशेड। ए राइवलरी फॉर लीडरशिप एग्जिस्ट्स बिटवीन हिम एंड स्नोबॉल. He has been, it is evident, paying only lip service to the ideals of the rebellion, and he has been making efforts throughout to consolidate his own position. In this move to reserve the milk for the pigs and himself, it is clear that has no mind to work for all the animals. He becomes popular among the pigs for his distribution of milk amongst them only. Napoleon trains puppies into fierce-looking dogs, and it is with their assistance that he is able to drive out Snowball and seize power, and to keep the subjects in fear and submission. By degrees, he is able to reach a stage when he enjoys unlimited power. Next, his opposition to Snowball. He opposes every measure that Snowball brings forward, but this opposition does not assume the form of open conflict and confrontation as long as there is a threat of attack on the farm by Jones. In the Battle of the Cowshed, Napoleon does not appear in the fighting front, but once the battle is won, he decides to expel Snowball. He calls Snowball's plan for a windmill is impracticable and useless on the drawing. When the proposal finally comes up for voting, and Snowball's eloquent description of the benefits that will acquire to the animal Community from the mill appealed to impress the animals. Napoleon opposed it with a brief no, but when the votes are about to be taken, the utters a strange squeal. That is the signal for his dogs to attack Snowball and chase him out and away from the farm. Next है his ego, his nature of battering. His egotistical pride in himself and his regime, his breath as it shows itself on the actions of cruelty. His essential each of man's status and belongings, and enormous lust for power and dominion. His gluttony, his sensual propensity, his avarice at the sloth of thieves. क्या था वो मानव के बनाए हुए रूल्स के खिलाफ था, लेकिन धीरे धीरे ही उन चीज़ों को वो फॉलो करने लगा था। उसने सारी चीज़ों एनिमल्स पर कब्जा कर लिया था। सारे जो अच्छे काम खुद कुछ काम नहीं करता था और ना ही और पिग्स से वो कोई भी काम कराता था, बल्कि और जो एनिमल्स थे वो सारा दिन काम करते थे और उनको खाने को भी कम दिया जाता था। वो धीरे धीरे बहुत ही ज़्यादा पतले होते जा रहे थे। His courts a perfect deceiver, cynic, agonist, and hypocrite. He is dishonest and treacherous. This is apparent from the episode of the milk and whole business of Snowball's windmill to the education of final speech. Tactics and expediency are all important. The self-security, self-omnipotence, and all means must be subjected to these ends. He considers the comradeship and fellow feeling and common decency are good only for the masses, the lower classes. He keeps himself aloof and isolated, protected by his dogs, and with the supervisory duties delegate to the rest of the pigs. He has ruthlessly quelled to resistance, mental and physical, to regime. He has allowed to hero worship and out of his own personality to grow and develop in his lifetime. He and his career symbolizes the dictator, classical and modern. Next, a prototype of Stalin. He is the type of a leader who takes advantage of revolution for appropriating all power to himself. The revolution leaves the masses worse off than before. He is a prototype of Stalin who will Russia with an iron hand behind an iron curtain. Snowball is similar to the versatile Turkey who had to flee from his country. Napoleon's alliance with Frederick has its parallel in Stalin's friendship with Hitler. The Battle of the Windmill recalls in Battle of Stalingrad. The dogs of Napoleon fit the place of the secret Russia police CCPU, which fills the Russian pupil into unquestioningly accepting what comes from the Kremlin. The perks of Stalin's political rivals are seen in the gruesome massacre of self-confessing pigs and hens on Sunday. He is really speaking the type of the and The pigs of Stalin's political rivals are seen in the gruesome massacre of self-confessing pigs and hens on Sunday. He is really speaking the type of a dictator who manipulates the forces of democracy to rule arbitrarily. Next is summing up. He is a product of animalism. He possesses a wonderful skill in organizing the party machinery. He is of all the intelligential among animals, and he uses his intelligence to achieve full dominance even over his class of pigs. He is not a believer in abstract theory. His aim is to set his own mastery on a firm footing, and achieve this end of his would take recourse to any स्टेटगम। देखिए धीरे धीरे क्या हुआ, नेपोलियन खुद दो पैरों से चलने लगा था, जबकि उसने बोला था दो पैर वाले उसके शत्रु हैं। तो वो धीरे धीरे बिल्कुल इंसानों की तरह खाना पीना चलना स्टार्ट कर दिया था दो पैरों से। उन्होंने पार्टी का भी आयोजन स्टार्ट कर दिया था और फिर से एनिमल फार्म को चेंज करके मैनर फार्म रख दिया। ये लोग कुर्सियों पे बैठने लगे, ताश वाश खेलने लगे थे, बियर पीने लगे थे सारे पिग्स। और जानवर में जो जानवर थे फार्म में वो बहुत ज़्यादा काम करते थे, उनको भोजन कम मिलता था और पिग्स पूरे दिन मस्ती एंजॉय करते थे। तो वो धीरे धीरे इस तरीके से कहा गया है कि जब नेपोलियन प्लिंगटन ने हुक्म का इक्का का पत्ता फेंका, उस समय आश्चर्य स्थिति हो गई थी कि आदमी जानवरों के चेहरों को देखते हैं और ये पता लगाना बड़ा कठिन होता है कि कौन आदमी है और कौन जानवर।